Okay, hop in. Hi, Twiddles.
Hi. We're ready for an adventure.
Hey. So where are we going today, Mr. Boo?
Today we're going to Brignoles.
Brignoles? So, as you can see, we're in our Fiat Panda today because this is a 128-kilometre journey and if we were to go on only the minor roads it would take us 3 hours and 40 minutes in a normal car. So really it would have been an all-day job, we wouldn't have been able to get back. And also the reason we're allowing this man to go is the reason we're taking the big car is because we're not just going to Brignoles, are we?
No.
Brignoles, home of George Clooney. No. We're going on from Brignoles with a second episode. We're going to take you to Avignon. And then finally we're going to, for a third episode in this mini-series, end up in a place called Île-sur-la-Sorgue, which is very famous for antiques in France, but more importantly is famous for having the biggest antique brocante fair. 4-day fair in France. It happens twice a year and we're going to take you to it. So it's a glorious blue sky day, isn't it, Mr.
Really
Boo?
is.
It really is. It's quite toasty in Panda. Look at this man with no clothes on. So sit back and enjoy the ride.
On the view.
So, while we're back in Grandi Pandi, quick update on Grandi Pandi's infotainment system. Well, there is no update. No, that's not true. The Fiat dealership got in touch with us and it's been dispatched from Fiat, so we're now 3 weeks on, aren't we?
Yes.
And we're looking at potentially an appointment in about 10 days, we'll see. But in the meantime, I've stuck on an old Carpuride infotainment system, which is the one we've used in the Citroen Me for the last 4 years without any problem, and this is a smaller version of theirs, working perfectly, just plugged into the cigarette lighter with this strange adapter we've had to buy. But anyway, at least we've got some maps back and some music. The other thing you might notice, poor Mr. Boo's got a bad cold. Do some coughing and spluttering.
Splutter.
He is streaming. In fact, it's making me feel ill just listening to it. It's streaming, and of course I'm having I can feel myself croaking.
Yeah, psychosomatic.
But anyway, there you go. But it is a beautiful day, and if we ever get going on the Promenade Anglais, because it is very trafficy so far, we will be heading onto the motorway. Ooh. Because it's, as I say, it's far too long a journey to go on the small roads. It's about 3 hours 40 minutes on the Elton roads. So hopefully when we get to Brignoles we'll find a supercharger, and then we'll be able to look around Brignoles and have a bit of lunch and get a supercharge. But let's see what happens.
Beaucoup à la folie je vais. La 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 tu fais.
Well, quite interesting. A lot of this road has been 130, and Grandi Pandi's certainly been able to do 130. In fact, downhill we got to 136, but I couldn't make him go any faster. That's quite fast enough for us. And in terms of range, it looks like we've about 25 kilometres to go, and we have still 57%. Now, I've not driven particularly economically, I've got to be honest. And we had a lot of stop-start because of that traffic jam, which I don't think is greatly healthy for batteries. So I think you could have maybe been at 60 at this point. But let's see, because the journey was, what, 122?
128.
128. So we'll see what that ought to be about 50%, I would think, on motorway. wouldn't you?
Yeah.
But let's see. Oh, we're here. In theory. Exit 35, 1.3 kilometres. Slower down. To get really near to these ones.
Yeah. Maybe they're older.
Where are we going to charge, Mr. Boo?
Well, we're going to go along straight over the roundabout.
Yeah.
And there's a Lidl, of course there is, with supercharger at Buffalo Grill.
Is that where we're going for lunch?
If you would like some buffalo.
So this isn't the one in town then?
This is the one. This is the
Nearest.
closest supercharger to town.
Right, so we might be able to then walk into town
Yeah.
while it's on. Good. And not go to the Buffalo Grill.
No,
Unless it looks good.
there it is on the left-hand side.
Oh, it looks like a Buffalo Grill.
So if you go in, behind this blue car and then go in there.
Yeah. Voodoo Dr. Barbaroo.
Barbaroo.
French love naming their streets after their old doctors, don't they? So many. Which way?
You
Where?
can't go there. Don't know how you get in.
Can't go up there. Oh, Stiffy, oh, there's an entrance round back here.
No.
We've got to go right round again. And things run out. Battery's going to go on camera. We are going to get in this time. Is it there?
No.
No, next one. It's the worst signpost. I mean, there's a sign to say go in, but it doesn't look like an entrance. Straight up, and then it's just here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just here. Here. Yeah?
Yeah.
How crazy. Lidl have invested big in this car park.
There's the giant chargers outside Buffalo
Oh yeah,
Grill.
and it's free. Well, it won't be free, but it's free, if you know what I mean. Do we want to be at front or back? Back, no, it's real one.
Yeah.
Oh look, the man's here to service it just on cue.
Right on cue.
So we have arrived with 43%. As I say, I didn't drive particularly economically, and we did have traffic queues and all kinds of mess. I think in reality you could probably arrive at about 46, something like that. Let's see if I can get in here a bit closer. Sometimes they're not that long, are they? And it's on this side, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's see. Right. Oh, my sciatica. Oh. Oh, it's this side, that's right. Mr. Boo, it's your first charge in a while. Have you've been out of practice?
Number 4.
Number 4. Have you got a card for this one? Is it charge map? I hope.
It's supposed to be charged now.
Authentication. 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 Next thing you know, you'll be on your app and your PayPal. Oh no, 04, 04, 04.
Oh, it's heavy.
Oh, it's a super. It's a super duper. You'll need both your slots out, Mr. Boo. Oh, don't drop my apple.
You'll focus on filming and I'll do the slots.
I won't eat my apple, it's going brown. We should have got everything out, shouldn't we? Make usual mistake. And then we'll have to start it all again.
Have you left the keys in the car and everything?
So we're plugged in, now we're going to get lift off. Sometimes these superchargers take a little while to register. So it's showing we've got 44% in the battery.
Yeah.
And it's showing what, 43 minutes to charge? Is that what it was saying? Can't see now, but I don't know whether it's charging. It sounds like it's charging. Yeah, it's charging. 1 hour 5 minutes to a full charge. So that's fine. I just had a quick check of the Buffalo Grill, and I didn't see Mr. Clooney in it.
Oh, weird.
You'd think they've been American, he would be in the Buffalo Grill, wouldn't you?
Yeah. But
Anyway,
maybe not.
let's go into town and see if we can find somewhere maybe a bit different to eat than the Buffalo Grill. Very handy charger for Lidl fans though. Look, charger there, Lidl here, Brignole. Come to Brignole, do your shop, meet George Clooney and get a charge. Now that's living. Good to know that Twiggy's doing her usual high intensity workout. The world's laziest Twiglet. She's still got her zoot suit on. She's still protecting her wound. Look, Mr. Boo, Noily Pra. We went to the factory. It's in this region. Very pretty river. Lovely clear water. Look at that. Not sure Mr. Boo's going to make it in one piece to town centre. Not well. Tell you what, you get quite a lot of bang for your buck. I bet no wonder Mr. Clooney bought here. He was probably trying to save a few quid.
I think so.
Look at that, 5 pieces, giant pool, 625, 215 square metres.
With nearly 3,000 square metres of land.
That's a lot of gardening, but I mean, in Villefranche on Nice, that would be what,
Probably about 10 times the price.
10 times, exactly. Amazing. So, into the old town, let's see what draws people to Brignoles. Maybe it's haircuts like this. That's a cracker. I'm going to have that. Well, it's quite, it's very quiet. Very quiet. No tinnicker shop. Oh, it's got Dewsbury vibes. Oh, this looks a bit more like it, but that street was really not very, not much fun at all. I can look at the old brasserie of the universe. That's why we're going to eat. Twiggy seems rather excited about lunch. Looks like good local fare. But we'll see. Magret de canard, duck, tartare, the beef, entrecôte, back Angus, Argentinian, 300 grams, 23 euros. Not bad given how expensive steaks are becoming. Always you see a lot more omelettes down this end of the coast, don't you? It's the thing, you just don't see omelettes on the menu in our area anymore. Used to a bit. And then usual salads up here, chèvre chaud, etc. Niçoise. When we've had lunch, Mr. Boo, we should go look for George's house.
See if they'll have some pudding for us, our afternoon tea.
Yeah. Nice little bits of olive and peppers, aren't there?
That's nice.
Mmm. What have you got, Mr. Boo?
I've
Apart from a cold.
I've got a chèvre chaud, starve a fever, feed a cold. So I'm going to feed it with big lumps of goat cheese.
And some chips, we got some chips. And I've gone for a salad niçoise, of course I have. It's like a crown of niçoise with anchois. Fabulous. I've dropped my hanky. Dropped my serviette, but it does look rather splendiferous.
Looks nice.
There's a lot of it. No, it's not bad. Tuna with some nice whopping anchovies. Not for you, Twigs. Yum yum. What about anchois? Mobilette.
Mobilette. With a matching jacket. He's Buddha works with the burger bar.
There it is in 1936. Interesting. Some characters in that picture. Twiggy's been particularly naughty. She's spotted another dog. No. You look very pretty though, Twigs. If a bit naughty. Well, Mr. Boo, let's explore more of Brignoles. I think there's got to be more to it than this. And then we'll go see if we can find Mr. Clooney's jeet. Definitely say if you come here, this square is where to eat if it's sunny. I can imagine it very hot in the summer. So what is it that put Brignoles on the map, apart from Mr. Clooney? Because I think it did exist quite well in advance of him getting his holiday home, didn't it?
It's famous for agriculture.
Agriculture? No, and vineyards, lots of wine around here.
There's a lot of wine around here.
Yeah. Oh, this is rather cute. This looks like a back alley up to the church right at the top up there. Look at that. It's called the Rue des what?
It's called the Rue des Grands Escaliers.
Is that because there's a lot of steps?
Yeah, probably that.
The Rue des Grands Escaliers. And look, there's a sign there for the glacier, so there must have been the village fridge, like the village oven, and the village bike. Did you have a village bike? No, you know, the bike that everybody rode.
Look, there's the sign, Rue des Grands Escaliers.
Oh, quick change of subject. There you go, Rue des Grands Escaliers. Well, it's a very cute old town. It's some of it's a bit bricked up, if you know what I mean. Wow, Mr. Boo, I think this will finish you off, this Grand Escalier, with your illness. Is Twiggy in the bag?
I hope so.
That is quite a climb. Wow, echoes of the Rue Obscure in Villefranche. I don't think this is 13th century, but this goes back a bit, doesn't it? I would say. Somebody's been at work. Wow, look at the buttressing up there. Amazing. Another fantastic sign like the old Noilly Pras sign we saw there. Dubonnet, remember that? Wow. I made a prediction to Mr. Boo that the church wouldn't be open. It just has that kind of vibe as a town that you wouldn't dare leave it open, I'm afraid. Very lovely square. And it's very pretty, but it's I was just saying there's slight echoes of the old town in Grasse, of it being just a little sort of, what's the word? Just a bit sketchy, just a bit. Not dangerous, just a bit sort of down at heel, really. You know, look at this boarded up again here. It's definitely, it doesn't feel like either second Holmesville or somewhere that the sort of middle classes are still living in numbers, like say Saint-Genet, which we've been to a couple of times, whereas there's a sort of thriving middle class I'm not sure there is in this old town area. See again, more boarded up and propped up buildings. And again here, cardboard for curtains, interesting. Is this the boulangerie where, is this the boulangerie where George Clooney was photographed?
I don't think it is, actually.
You can't imagine it, can you? He was also photographed at the drive-through McDonald's here. It's very lovely, but it reminds me a little bit of what Keith Waterhouse said about Brighton in the sort of 70s, that it looked perpetually like a town who was helping the police with its inquiries. There's just an element of that. I think on a wet day it might be a bit bleak, but it's rather, I mean, you know, architecture and stuff, it's very interesting. But it doesn't seem to be thriving. The old village wash house where they come and do their washing. And there'll be the village oven, the village four. All these villages tend to have a communal oven. Well, again, lovely streets, but they're just a lot of empty houses, not much life. Not many shops or restaurants or anything. This van we encountered up there since it got stuck on the hill, oh my goodness. That is high risk. Is he going to come down there? I think he's got stuck and he's having to reverse back up. Oh dear. You'd be gutted if you were moving your furniture and you couldn't get to your house.
Do you think he's trying to do a Citroen and Me medieval village challenge?
I think he is. It's very reminiscent of our usual stuff. He's stuck on the thing, he's coming. Go on, you can do it, Duffy Moon. He thinks he can do it, he's doing it. He's on the curb, he's coming. No way, he's gonna get caught. He's gonna get stuck. Oh, scratching. Taking the ramparts down. Well, we were a bit baffled as to why the property was so reasonable in that estate agent, but it becomes a bit clearer now. Something else for sale up there, if you fancy it. Nice windows. Mind you, Mr. Bull, they have a horse butcher.
Fantastic.
Well, it may have gone, the horse butchery. Oh no, it's there. Wow, amazing. Well, that gives a whole new definition to one horse town. It's a no horse town, they ate it. Oh yeah, look, they still do hire DVDs here. Amazing. You take them back here. Do you remember when you used to get the video library and get your cassettes, your VHS, and take them back? What was it called? A video chain.
Blockbuster.
Blockbuster, yeah. Bob Holness. And this is a sort of more new town square, isn't it? Maybe a little bit smarter. But there you go. Well, let's get back in Grandy Pandy and see if we can find Mr. Clooney's pad, because well, we want to know what drew him to Brignoles. Well, at least Grandy Pandy's still here. Hopefully fully charged. Right, Mr. Boo, how much did it cost? Does it tell you, or do you have to get a statement on your card?
I got a statement on my thing, I think.
Oh, we'll await the verdict. It was a quick charge, so it'll probably be a bit of a figure. Well, we're all cameraed up and ready to find Mr. Clooney.
Put my microphone on.
Get your microphone on, Twiggles. We got yours on? She doesn't need one. She doesn't need to speak, does she? My mother used to always say chimpanzees, the only reason they don't talk is because if they talked, we'd make them do jobs. They're too clever. Right, bye-bye, Charger. We approve of you, even if your entrance is a bit dodgy, as they say, in Chapeltown in Leeds.
Monsieur.
Which way? Oh, we're going the wrong way. It says round back. Oh, so left and then down there.
Yeah. But you should go down to it. Oh, you can't. You just have to come off the curb, aren't you?
Oh, you can't come out this way. We can't. There's no way. There's no way. Can you? No.
No.
No, I can't see where I'm going.
You just have to go through Lidl's Park.
It's très complicated, this, and as I say, it's the worst signposting I've ever seen. I.e. none. But yeah, you must go out back a little, do you think?
Yeah. See where the silver car's coming.
Oh, follow him, you mean?
Yeah.
Must be around there then. Either that, I think we're going to do a ram raid on Lidl. Sortilo. I mean, well, you would expect it to be there, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
It's genius.
And I wouldn't recommend doing a ram raid on that Lidl. There's not a lot in there.
Really? A lot of security though.
A lot of security.
Yeah, I can imagine. Any horse?
Didn't see any horse.
Right, so right to George.
Get in the left-hand lane.
Is it one way this?
Yeah, you can get in the left-hand lane.
You sure?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
You go to your favourite fountain.
Am I going left?
Yeah.
Yes, I am. My favourite fountain for the 78th time. Right, so is this George's street? 3 kilometres away?
3 kilometres.
So he really does, his house is very close to where we just had lunch. It's a conundrum.
It's a conundrum.
A riddle wrapped in an enigma. Is it one of these flats?
I don't think it's one of those. Outside of this vineyard.
Yeah. I tell you what, if you give George a terrible cold,
I know.
you can't be doing that. You'll have to wear a mask when he invites us in for tea, Mr. Bill.
Okay.
Because he won't be able to resist, he'll want the publicity.
Going under the motorway.
Under the motorway. I think George will have driven under here on his Lambretta. Don't you think, with Amel on the back with her hair flowing like Penelope, plop stip, pit stop. Oh, that's 2 kilometres away, so not far off. How did you know his address? Did you ring him up?
Yeah, she just, Amel just texted it to me. You know, one of the reasons why they're here
No.
is because of Mr. Pitt.
Oh, because his estate is not far from here, the wine place.
Brad's estate and now studio, I believe, right?
I just realised, folks, we never told you the cost of our lunch. We never gave a review as we walked away.
Oh, it was too
Exciting. I think it was about 37 euros with, it's about 33 quid or something. 37 euros with 2 coffees. It was fine. It was a nice place to sit. It was just a bit giant, wasn't it?
It was quite large.
I mean, there must have been a whole tin of tuna on it. It was one of those restaurants where they give you a lot. But they were very nice, and it's definitely a nice place to sit. So if you go to Brignoles, you could do a lot worse. But, let's see now.
Oh, there's sheep. Has he got sheep?
Oh, these are getting bigger. Is that George there?
That's a scarecrow.
Oh. A scarecrow with an espresso. Well, I've had an idea, Mr. Boo. Rather than get into trouble with the authorities or the drone gets shot down or whatever, how about I do this? Well, that was Brignoles and Mr. Clooney's pad. What a surprise. Didn't see that coming, did you, Mr. Boo? I didn't. I thought it was going to be much more of a sort of seance-y like town, a bit posher with a middle class and some posh restaurants and all that. But it's good to know. Anyway, we are now going to press on to Avignon, but you'll have to join us next week for the second ep in this series of the VAR when we go to Avignon, and then finally in the third ep we end up at this incredible antique fair in Ile-sur-la-Sorgue. If you've enjoyed this video, please give us a like, please give us a comment, please think about buying us a coffee, help pay for lunch and all that kind of stuff. But most of all, folks, remember, George or not, stay charged. Bye. Do you think that was his car?